Welcome to Politics Watch. Let's take a look at some highlights from the presentation of the JLP Northeast St. Elizabeth candidate. Part 2 of 5.
Labor rights, you have been listening all night to the very rough voices. Now I bring to you to bring greetings from the east, no other than the flower among us all. Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Minister Faval Williams.
The Most Honorable and Your Holiness, our General Secretary, Dr. Chan, Man of the Hour, Mr. Delroy Slowly, colleague ministers, MPs and caretaker MPs, councillor caretakers, mayors, senators, members of G2K, members of Young Jamaica, labor rights all, shower! We're proud to support Delroy Slowly. And labor rights, I know many of you read the Bible, and you know that it says the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, but for those who endure to the end. And as labor rights, we know how to endure. Because we are Bustamante labor rights. We're Donald Trump labor rights. We're you want to share. We're Edward Fiona labor
Labor rights. At this time, we are in the schoolyard, and this is our classroom. This is our classroom for tonight. I bring to address you no other than the teacher himself, Minister Ruel Reid.
May I greet our very hard-working party leader and Prime Minister, the most honorable Andrew General Secretary Dr. Horace Khan, to all the ministers who are on the platform with me, Mayor, councillors, senators, caretakers, caretaker councillors, members of BOJTV, that to him with Minister Faval. And I promise him Northwest St. Anne, and I've already written a prescription for Dr. Dayton Campbell for him to retire permanently from the politics of life. And I want to tell you, right, that for some of you who don't remember that the teacher is from this constituency. I am from the Balaclava division. I am from a district of Content. And it didn't take me very long after I went through the difficulties of the 1970s. When I was a boy going to Monroe, when I had to go to shop, when those were the days when you couldn't get flour, when you couldn't get rice, when you had to marry everything. As a boy that going to Monroe, I was almost starving. I couldn't get no food under the people national party. I was from the district of Content, but I was the most discontented man. I was the most discontented man. Laborite, I know the ins and outs of this constituency. I know for many years we have given up on this constituency. I remember 1980 election when deliverance came because we couldn't take no more. And then we gave back to the People's National Party in 1989. Suffer during that 8.5 years up till now. And it is time for us to take back this constituency. You've been hearing about the great work that this party is doing. Now the leader has said, who best to bring the prosperity to the people than a representative of the great Jamaica Labour Party, led by our builder, our hard-working Prime Minister, most honorable Nigel. And I'm here to endorse Delroy slowly, because surely he's going to deliver prosperity to Northeast St. Elizabeth, taking over the hands of the People's National Party once and for all. We are discontented with anything called PNP. And so we are going to make sure, labor rights, those three divisions, Reid River, and Clarke side law, we are strong in this division, but we have to do some serious work. We are going to tell our neighbor, they vote for who? Vote for Labour, because we are the best party. We are the party of education. We are making sure that this year, because I am a member of the great builders cabinet, and I have a responsibility that every school in Jamaica is going to feel the prosperity. Every school in Jamaica must fix up their program. I want to tell you already, we are converting New Forest to a full high school. We are converting Name to a new high school. We are converting Aberdeen to a full high school. We are expanding Sydney Place and Academy to a full high school. This is for Jamaica Labour Party. I want to tell you, I benefited from high school of now. And when Minister Green and I look, why is it that we have so many children that attend school? And all of the children that believe from the Balaka all the way down into that river. Parents can't send the children to school on a regular basis. They need help, because particularly some of these areas we know are all farmers and the money don't come very regularly. And so we're making sure that we organize those school bus system, north, east, south, west, road, the entire parish of St. Elizabeth and right across the country. The teacher is going to give some notes to Delroy, because I have here a list of all the money, Prime Minister, that this government is giving to every school and all the projects per school. So I'm going to give him the list, so when he goes around the campaign, he can tell everybody about the prosperity, about what we're doing for the children of this parish, this constituency, and of it. Things too good right now. Too good. We've come too far to turn up now. 1972, remember what? This country was doing so well. Then came who? The BNP. When you know Clarke left in 1989, this country was doing very well. The entire world was doing very well. Then came who? The BNP peer pain. Because the people of God, He sent us back and Jamaica. Now you have a good leader. Now you have a good government. We have to make sure that this government stays in power for a very, very, we just start. We're not done with just a come. Because they ain't seen anything yet. I won the next election when Andrew Michael Holmes called election. I won 1980 to come again. You remember? Remember the another landslide victory under Andrew Holmes, because every single constituency in Jamaica deserves to Jamaica Labour Party. We have a great man, and he has our football. I've traveled from far to here on the soil. I have interest in this constituency and this parish. I want to say that all count on me, because I want to make sure I walk through Balaka, Content, Russell Hill, Silo, Aberdeen, Prince River, Darkness Valley, right
labor rights. Most Honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, General Secretary of the party, Ministers of Government, Members of Parliament, Councillors, Caretakers, Members of North East St. Elizabeth, I am happy to be here with you today to welcome and introduce your new Member of Parliament for North East St. Elizabeth, Mr. Delroy Slowly. Give him a big round of applause. St. Elizabeth is like home to me. I was born in Kingston, did my primary school in Kingston, and by the time it come to go to high school, I live in Bluefields in Westmoreland and go to school on top of the hill with Brother Ruel and Brother Floyd. And St. Elizabeth was my backyard. Bird Savannah, Silo, and all across the fields and the plains of St. Elizabeth. Now, I have the privilege appointed by the Prime Minister to oversee the economy and the finances of Jamaica. And when I take a look at the growth numbers that come out, the fastest growth rate in 2 years, the fastest start to a year in about 4 years when you put the first 2 quarters together of the calendar year. And on top of that, growth on top of growth from 0.9 to 1.2 to 1.4 to 1.8, moving in the right direction. But when I look at the growth and we unpack it, we see that agriculture is up by 10%. Where agriculture come from? If not from right here in Northeast St. Elizabeth. When we look at the growth numbers, we see that mining, bauxite and alumina is up by 30%. Where is bauxite country, if not in the general area of St. Elizabeth and Manchester? You are leading Jamaica in the direction of growth. Now, everywhere you look, you see highway, you see roadway, you see byway. Me never see so much road built in Jamaica in a very long time. In my constituency, when I go and a new road them is there, you know what them say to me? Them say, boss, me love the carpet. And I tell you, it's pure carpet, a bill right across Jamaica. Now, you understand how it's pure roadway and highway and byway. It is because our economic reform program is on track. That is why we can build so much road in the north, in the south, and the east, and in the west. In addition to roads, the amount that we're spending on capital expenditure has moved from the previous government when it was $30 billion. And you know what it is in this financial year? Approximately $60 billion being spent on capital expenditure. That is why you see so much carpet a bill, because the reform program is on track. There's a lot of work to do, but we're moving in the right direction. Now, it's not just road a bill. When we look round, we see pure job a create. We see young people have job and job have opportunity to choose, pick and refuse. That is the Jamaica moving from poverty to prosperity that we're seeing right now under the leadership of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Now, the motto or the anthem of this party has the words equal rights and justice. And sometimes on the platform we leave that out. But I want you to know that this is the party of equal rights and justice. Which is why, as you hear the Prime Minister say, we love the poor, but we don't love poverty. And when it comes to equal rights and justice, we are approaching it in multiple ways. We are approaching it by making sure that we have the conditions for growth and that the economic reform program remains on track. But we're approaching it in other ways as well. Because we have to spend in ways that's consistent with what we say. And because we believe in equal rights and justice, then social spending under this government has gone from $20 billion that it was the last government to $32 billion in this year. Because we care. We care. As a result of that, right now, the school feeding program is 5 days a week, up from 3. Them did a plan it, we implement it. Path has moved and more families are benefiting. Now you wonder why. How come we can go from $20 billion to $30 billion spending on social support for the poor? How comes we can move from 3 days school feeding to 5 days school feeding? It is because our economic reform program is on track. There is a lot of work to do, but we are moving in the right direction. Interest rates in Jamaica are at the lowest level they have ever been. The interest rate that the Bank of Jamaica offer the bank them, you know what it is? It's 2%. So you know what that means? When the bank them have money, it no profit them for put it at the central bank. Them have to lend it to you to try and make some money. And as a result of that, as loans increase, it means that economic activity increases. As economic activity increases, it means that jobs are created. So let me tell you something now. When you look at the numbers, the loans for houses year over year is up by 25%. That's why so much houses are built. The great builder in chief over the last 2 years, 8,000 houses were built by the NHT alone. You know how much was built in 4 years? 6,000 houses in 4 years. And we come, and in 2 years, 8,000 houses. The loan for housing up by 25%, which means enough job for the plumber them, enough job for the electrician them, enough job for the carpenter and the mason, and for those who make bad juice for them, and for those who provide them with food, because this is a government that is serious about moving this country from poverty to prosperity, moving us from a condition, you know, now Alexander Bustamante led this country to independence, the first Prime Minister of independent Jamaica, who was leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. And Alexander Bustamante won for us our political independence. And it falls to us now, to this generation, to deal with, to work on, and to deliver for the people of Jamaica our economic independence, allowing us to achieve our potential, because we were not put on this earth to be drawers of wood and hewers of stone. We were put on this earth to realize our potential as a great people, as an independent people, as a people who can make our way in the world without help from anybody, as a people who are here to contribute to others. And the way we do that is to make sure that our economic reform program remains on track. We have a lot of work to do, but we're moving in the right direction. And whenever the Prime Minister calls, we're going to make sure that the work is done right here in Northeast St. Elizabeth, to return this constituency to the column of the Jamaica Labour Party so that the work can continue. Show labour rights, love and blessings to you all.
Labour rights. I tell you, say the man more than cash pot man, you know. I tell you, say more than the chopper man. But I bring to you at this time the youth, the young man, the little boy, the little bottom Talawa. You are on the scene when there is fried grain. Fried grain.
Thanks for watching Politics Watch.